What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryce, and today I'm going to show you how to install side skirts on any car. Gwen, the Miata, is going to help us with today's demonstration, but stick around and find out how to do it the right way. Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm going to show you how to install side skirts on your vehicle the right way. These just happen to be for a 1996 Mazda Miata, but the method I'm going to show you will work for just about any vehicle if you don't already have fasteners in the rocker panels. All right, first let's start with the hardware that I bought for this. Being that I'm an aircraft mechanic and aviation is what I know, I'm using aviation hardware, not because it's better, not because it's gonna last longer, just because it is what I know, it's what I know how to use. I will show you how to use these different pieces. Okay, so these right here are called rivnuts. Now, let's see if I can twist this towards the camera a little bit. Not really, these are still in the bag. But you can sort of see threads down in there. These squeeze down the same way a pull rivet would using this tool right here. This is just a threaded puller. It goes into the riv nut, and then you pull it with a pull rivet tool. I'll show you that here in a minute as well. The part number on these is NAS 1329A3-80. These are for a number 10 screw. A number 10 screw is 3/16 in diameter. It's the first size below a quarter. Now, these are the actual screws. These are cadmium plated screws. They're kind of long. I did that for a reason, which I'll explain later, but that part number is NAS 603-20P. You could order all of this from this lovely company right here, Aircraft Spruce and Specialty Company. There is their website. Feel free to pause it if you want to buy any of this stuff. Okay, so I wanted to pause what I was doing on the Miata for a minute and show you sort of what a riv nut is. Obviously, this is it right here. I put a small hole in a little piece of aluminum so that you can see what happens. I'm going to hold this down. And then when you squeeze it, let me see if I can get the camera in here right. When you squeeze it, you see it sort of mushroom out right there. I'm going to let it go. And now you have steel threads and a steel screw in a piece of aluminum. So this is something we use in aircraft a lot. Obviously, most of the structure in aluminum is, or in aircraft is aluminum, so we'll use a riv nuts. That way we have some steel threads in there. I will say they work pretty good, but they're usually just for fairings and cosmetic pieces. We don't use these for anything structural because they're not strong enough. For that, we use something different. All right, step number one, a clean working surface. So if you're like me and your garage / barn / shop is not paved, I just have gravel. This is like a carport style barn. I've put some lights in it, got some other stuff up in here. It was $7,000 for the whole thing installed, so I can't complain. It was nice and cheap, but I haven't had a chance to get the floor paved yet. That's in the works, but that's going to be expensive. So piece of cardboard down so that I don't get dirty. We got some denatured alcohol, some napkins, some tape, and we have the side skirt. We're going to clean the car real good, and then we're going to start slowly but surely fitting this thing into place. Another tip for y'all, if you don't have a paved driveway or a concrete work surface, buy these ramps from an auto parts store. They are the best investment I have ever made. It's so much safer than having the car on jack stands. I can leave it on those for days on end. It's not going to fall off. It's not going to roll anywhere. You can't see it. There's obviously chalk in the front. There's a real small sort of ridge chalk right there in the back that sort of keeps it from being rolled off. But I got the car in fifth. I have the parking brake on, so it's not going anywhere. Just another fun trick when I'm doing things, as I pull sockets from the set, I move them to the lid so that I know which sizes I'm working with. and I don't end up grabbing the wrong size or looking for the right size over and over and over. Of course, it's a Miata. Everything's a 10, a 12, an 8, a 13, or a 14. It's the only 4 bolts on the car, or 5 bolts on the car. So I'm gonna get these bolts that are holding the fender out. I'm gonna get the front of the side skirt in place, and then I'm gonna tape out some crucial locations. Like this door seam right here, there's usually a ridge behind there. I don't wanna put a fastener there. There's also this seam right here in the inside of the fender well, right about here. None of those are gonna be a very good place to put a riv nut. So I'll tape those and mark those on here, and then I'll put a piece of tape down. I'll draw out my holes. I'm gonna drill my holes in the side skirt, and then I will put the side skirt back on, drill the holes on the rocker panel, and put the side skirt in place. Just getting this bolt out. I'm gonna let you just watch me work for a minute. I'll shut up. Okay, I've got those 2 bolts started. I'm not going to tighten them up. As you can see, the side skirt has some back and forth play. I think I want it as far in as I can get it, and probably about right. We'll go dead in the middle. I think dead in the middle is going to look the best. Yeah, we'll go right there. So now, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tape. I'm going to mark some of these locations. Then I'll show you a fun trick on transferring the holes, because there's a hole that's not drilled in here. So I'm gonna put this piece of tape on it right there. So now I know that's where that seam is. I'll come back here, I'll put another piece of tape here, so I'll know where this seam is. This tape is all gooey, like it's moist outside today. Okay, so I know there's a seam there that I don't want to drill. And one more piece of tape on the very back. But fortunately, without really doing anything, I know where that's at. Okay, I'm going to get this back off of here. I'm going to get everything laid out, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, we got it marked up somewhat. This camera's really zoomed in, which makes it kind of difficult, but there's this bolt here. That's the mud flap bolt. This is a fender bolt. There's another fender bolt that I have to find in here. This is that first seam where the fender meets the rocker panel. I'm going to go 2 inches from there, drill a hole, and then I divided this into 3 even sections. Drill a hole, drill a hole, drill a hole. This is that second seam right here. I'm going to go 2 inches from that and put a fastener, and then I basically split the difference between this seam and the end of the fender and just put one more fastener there. So all in all, it'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fasteners in it. So I'm going to set you up. I'm going to get this drilled. Once this is drilled, I'm going to drill it with a 3/32. After I got to drill with a 3/32, I will take it over to the beautiful car, get it drilled on there and cleat-coat in place so we can see how it looks. Okie dokie, so I have my side skirt laid out on a piece of carpet. I really need to build the table out here. Got my drill set up with a 3/32 in it, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this all drilled up. This is exciting stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to find that last hole that goes up here. I'm going to drill that one kind of large because that's the fender bolt. But once I find this hole up here and drill it, I'm going to take the other side skirt, which is sitting over here. I'll sort of clamp them together, and then I'm just going to copy these holes to the other side skirt rather than do this whole thing over again. Okay, so here's how I did this. I took that piece of tape right there. I stuck it on the bottom of the fender. You can sort of still see the tape roll there. Stuck it on the bottom of the fender best I could. And then I poked the very front hole and the second hole in it. If I flip it over, you can see where where those are, kind of got them dead center. So this is where that third fender bolt's gonna go. I'm gonna drill a starter hole. We'll see how it lines up. If I need to enlarge this one later, I can always enlarge this later. I have all the grinders and stuff to make that happen. All right, so I'm gonna be gentle with these. I took the side skirts and clamped them together, lined them up. There's some pinch welds and some holes that were already in them that made that kind of easy. And now I'm just gonna take the drill and drill the holes from one side skirt to the other so I don't have to line this all up when I go to the other side. Fortunately for us, cars are usually symmetrical. Voila, we're done. I have it all drilled, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting it in place. I have a 3/32 drill bit. These are 3/32 Clecos right here. Buy yourself some of these if you plan on ever doing a lot of drilling into sheet metal. Trust me on that one. I'm hoping I have enough room in here for my drill. No, that sucks. Damn, I'm gonna have to get a 90 or something. Don't do this. Do not put a jack in the dirt. I'm only doing this and I'm only comfortable with it because I just need a little bit more room to get my drill in so that I can Cleco this thing in place. And I'm not actually getting all the way underneath the car. I'm just getting sort of underneath the car. But yeah, don't do that. Don't get yourself hurt just to install a side skirt. There we go. Drilling holes in it. Come on now. All right, I got one more hole to drill. I'm gonna have to move the ramp to the back, but show you kind of what we can expect. Yeah, so these are actually gonna come back off and I'm going to paint match them to the rest of the car. And I like them, they're nice. They're, you know, they weren't super expensive, but I didn't want really super expensive ones because I may make a mold out of them and make them out of either chopped carbon or just some carbon fiber mat at some point, but that's looking better. I'm gonna go ahead and drill this last hole. I'm not gonna film that. I'm gonna go ahead and drill this last hole, and then I'm gonna get the side skirt back off of it. I'll drill the hole and I'll show you how to do the riv nuts. All right, so the sunlight's kind of killing me here, but here I have my riv nut. I'll take it off of here so that you can see it. It's just a threaded piece of steel. It's nothing fancy. You see it's got a little head on it. The threads are down in there. You thread it onto this pulling tool. I had to disassemble pretty much all of the guts inside of this thing, and then I ended up putting a nut on the other side of it and a stack of washers. I'm not going to go all the way down with it, just mostly. And then you'll push it into the hole. Actually, hang on. I'm going to go grab some sealant. All right, I'm back. I grabbed my sealant. I'm going to put just a little bead of sealant on the rivet. This is not for anything other than to keep water from getting in there. It is a side skirt, so it's underneath the car, and I don't want water to get in there and start that corrosion process on any of this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on there, and then I'll squeeze the rivet in place. You push it in the hole just like you would anything else. That I'm gonna leave that where it was. And then push firm down on the head. And squeeze. All right, I should be able to thread the tool out of here now. All right, ignore my meeting in the background, but I got this loose. So now once that riv nut comes out, you basically just
Hey John, I got a quick question on that.
unthread the tool. not spend all afternoon here. Okay, and as I mentioned, at any point, feel free to go ahead and ask. All right, sorry about that. I kind of just put my head down and was doing some work and forgot to film, but I've got the side skirt mounted with the screws. You can see the screws there, 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 right there. It's really blurry there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this thing into place and we'll see how it looks. Probably could have put an extension on that. Bam, there you go. Okay, so now I have a solid mounted side skirt with 1032 machine screws that I can take on and off a million times. If it gets damaged, I can take it off. I can do whatever I need to do with it, which is actually really important because I'd like to show y'all something. But, yep, at any rate, this will go in. This will go in right there. I might just cut away this here and basically everything underneath this flat line and then just leave a little tail sticking down where the side skirt ends so that I have both. But that does it for today. I'll see y'all in the next video. Feel free to subscribe, like the video if you feel like this was helpful, and we'll see y'all real soon. Bye.